lawful wedded husband.
To be my...
I'm 13. Not Barbara Dean's heart.
With a tramp like you?
Well, I know it hurts being third rate, but aren't you accustomed to it yet?
Oh, Robin, I see you.
I discharged myself the slut of Springfield! Son of a bitch in heat. I found out myself what love is all about.
Hey everybody, it's me, Nikki. I don't know what the people thought it was. I too would have felt some type of way about Willow going to wake Michael up, you know, after Carly had just got done talking to him and the only person he wanted to see was Sasha. I too would have felt the way about that because she was trying to appease her guilt and trying to explain why, you know, I didn't mean to do this to you and it's about me and my feelings and me and Drew and it's just like, Willow, please shut up. Please shut up. At the end of the day gotta end, but before that day has to end, you were trying to appease that guilt that you felt about cheating on your husband with his uncle, and you felt like, well, if Carly could go in there and talk to Michael, then I could go in there and talk to Michael because he's still my husband. And it's just like, for how long? Like, for how long will he be your husband? Because the way I see it, you about to slip slide up out of there. But really, let's get into it. So, who are we talking about? What can we talk about? We could talk about a lot because I done missed like almost a full week of General Hospital recaps. I've been watching, but I just missed recapping it for all of y'all and kind of reviewing it. Okay, so let's talk about Ava and the fact that she's trying to go around to all these people to get them to testify or bully them to testify against Sonny in court for the custody hearing for Avery. Now, mind you, she had already been to Sonny and basically yelled at Sonny, basically told Sonny, you aren't safe enough for Avery, and I'm going to do everything I can in my power to take her away from you, and you'll never see her again. She's still on this whole spiel of everything that's happening. Now, Ava, typically don't have an issue with you, but let's remember how Avery was conceived. Let's also remember how it was a toss-up of who her father was when it came to paternity. Was it Sonny or was it Morgan? And then let's also revel in what her life has been like. And the fact that the reason why Sonny and Carly had custody of Avery was based off of the slick, sly things that you have been doing for years. And the only reason you were able to get joint custody is because Mike ended up kidnapping Avery. But honestly, neither one of y'all is safe. Sonny's not safe right now because Sidwell is going after him, and you're not safe right now because you are trying to make friends with Sidwell. You see how neither one of y'all are safe? Be so fucking for real right now, okay? So she's going around, she's yelling at Sonny, she's doing all of this, and Sonny ends up I wouldn't call it a heart attack, but, you know, his heart has a little issue. I wouldn't call it a heart attack, but he has a little issue, and he passed out, and Natalia comes in and is like, oh, she's still here. Okay. Natalia comes in, picks him up off the ground, is helping him, nursing him back to health. Isaiah, fresh off his, date, well, not even fresh off, in the middle of his date, comes to see Sonny and is basically telling Sonny, you need to get some damn help. And Sonny, once again, is telling him, can't do that. Mob boss, got things to handle. Can't really be out of town like that. I have things to do, okay? What? We have things to do. Can't leave. But eventually, after long conversations with a lot of people, Brick was able to get Sonny in to see a cardiologist, the best cardiologist in LA. And they got to keep this on the hush-hush, the low-low, the down-low, so nobody knows. Because first and foremost, Sonny's health is priority number one. And then after that is making sure we still have control over the Port Charles territory. Okay? Cody ended up in jail because he done got into a fight with Lucky down to Charlie's at the opening because he done got drunk and he's feeling himself. He's also feeling bad for himself. And when Lucky tries to escort him up out of there, he starts to fight. They end up down at the precinct. And it's just like, Cody, I understand that you feel some type of way, that you feel like your life is over, that you feel like you almost had that brass ring, but you truly should have milked Drew for everything you could have got up out of him. Truly should have milked him for every little thing you could have got up out of him. Because you know more about Drew than Drew thinks you do. Now, I don't appreciate you hitting Lucky, but this also gives Lucky and Liz a good amount of time to question Felicia about what happened the day Dex died. We all know that Cyrus killed Dex because Dex was able to place him on the same floor as Sam's room when Sam died. We all can understand that he probably killed Sam as a way of getting her out the way so that Lulu and Dante could be together, as a way to make it up to Lulu for putting her in a coma for 4 years. Now, the rest of the people, I'm not sure. Okay? Michael, I'm not sure. But that's what we can understand. You know, Brick is feeling Jordan. I don't know if Jordan's feeling Brick, but yeah, he's definitely feeling her. Lucy and Sidwell came to Charlie's, and Lucy ended up introducing Christina to Sidwell. And I feel like Sidwell is still going off the fact that he thinks that Sonny has the diamonds, but Sonny don't have the diamonds whatsoever. He don't have them. He gave them to Jason. Jason made the decision like a logical human and gave them damn diamonds back to Holly. It's time for Holly to bring her back to Port Charles. Because, see, your decisions have caused a lot of problems. A lot of problems. Back to Ava. Now, Ava is going around to the people basically demanding that they help, i.e. Christina. And Christina was like, listen, you killed my baby. I want nothing to do with you. But, a jury of my peers, found me not guilty. I don't care. Don't push me. I ain't no killer, but don't push me. Okay, it's basically what Christina said. And Alexis, this is all while they're waiting for Sidwell down at the docks. This is before the opening of Charlie's. Alexis has a conversation with Ava. And she was like, listen, I had a sister who is, Christina is named after. She died in an attempt that was made for Sonny. And Ava was like, so you should understand. And she was like, I understand, but I also understand that I'm a mother. That is my daughter. I have daughters, and I will do everything for them, and I will fight for them to make sure that they are okay. And your issue is you don't ask people to help you. You demand people. You bully them. You harass them into helping you do things. And then you get upset about the outcome and the way that they react. And every time you talk to Christina about this, Christina has to relive that day. And she was like, what? When she got subpoenaed? No, I forgot what she said. Relive that. And she was like, I think she was like, what? Something Sonny did? And she was like, no, the day she got subpoenaed, the day she lost her baby. Because remember, she got subpoenaed. She was trying to go over this whole thing. She did not want to be on the stand pregnant because that's exactly what they were going to try to do, or postpartum. And she went over there, and the unfortunate accident, which it was, happened. And, Alexis is basically like, listen, you wouldn't want anybody to do this to your daughter. Think about if it was Avery. Think long and hard on that. And understand that you would do everything in your power to protect your daughter, and I would too. So, boom, shut her down. Laura is like, listen, when she talks to Ava, I can't help you either. It's a conflict of interest at this point. At some point, me and Sonny were exchanged, but we all know once Sonny got the medication and all that stuff, he became better and started having better relationships with the people he had relationships with in the past. So, Sonny, medication, all those great things. Also, with the whole Lulu, Dante, Sam situation, and Sam passing away, and Lulu coming back and being there for Rocco, and the fact that they are the grandparents of Rocco, their relationship is better now. And Laura was like, it's a conflict of interest. I would love to help you, but it's a conflict of interest. I can't get up on the stand and say that you are a better mother than he is a better father. I can't get up on the stand and talk trash about either one of you. I can't help you at this point. So now Ava does not have that help. We also get her with Rick, and the fact that Rick is like, you don't have the money, you don't have the resources, you don't have the power to continuously have a custody battle with Sonny. And at this point in time, I'm doing this for free. Well, I just paid you. Yeah, money you owed me. So let's be clear on something. Ava's best bet is to probably marry Sidwell because he has money. I don't, because she has no liquid assets. That's what they should have said with this storyline. Ava has no liquid assets. Ava's money is tied up in different properties. And the only way for it to not be tied up in different properties is if she has already paid off the mortgages and sold off the properties and been done with it. But since she hasn't, that's where her money is tied up in. She has no liquid assets. So she has no capital to pay Rick. And she was like, so you're doing this for the money if you weren't? And it was like, yes, Ava, everybody has told you Rick is about the almighty dollar. If Rick's not getting paid, Rick don't do no work. No pay, no work. It's basically the capitalistic way. You don't pay me, I don't work. I don't do nothing for free. It's the only thing I can agree with Rick. You not paying me, I'm not doing it for free. I can't do pro bono for the rest of my life. People got bills to pay. Okay? People got bills. People got what? Bills. So, we're going through this. You know, Lucy is celebrating her selling Windermere to Sidwell. Sidwell is basically trying to get in good with the rest of the people. Obviously, Brennan has talked to Anna about this entire situation. And it's just like, this is a mess. This is a mess. Because the only people who know what Sidwell look like are Sasha, Jason, Anna, and Lucky. Those are the only... Isaiah. Those are the only people in town that know what he looks like. Oh, and Carly. But Carly's not in town anymore. Where's Carly? Carly is heading to Germany with Michael. Now, she went in there. They woke Michael up. She asked Michael, okay, here are your options. John Hopkins burn unit or an experimental, facility in Germany. Even though it's like somebody who's under sedation and heavy medication can't consent to things, he chose Germany, which was, Carly comes out and tells everybody he chose Germany. We're going to get everything ready. Already have it to go. Also, he wants to see Sasha. So Jason runs to go and get Sasha. He did not want to see Willow. That is where we opened up with this recap review of, I would understand people cussing you out because you're trying to appease your own guilt and you're trying to make him understand where you're coming from, but you have no dog in this fight. You can't appease that guilt. You carried on an emotional affair with your husband's uncle. You then proceeded to make it physical. When people found out, you swore them to secrecy. And then eventually, using the death of Samantha McCall, you decided to sleep with this man, and then you took your son across state lines without the permission of the other custodial parent to have him in the next room while you hopped on Pop and screwed his uncle again in a hotel in D.C. And this said uncle has been controlling you this entire time, but once again, I don't believe that the Drew we see now is actually Drew. I think this is a Shiloh. I think Shiloh managed to make it out alive from wherever he was, and that he had plastic surgery and switched places with Drew, got his memories and switched places because he's acting completely and utterly like Shiloh. Shiloh didn't like being bested by, he didn't like the fact that he was bested by Jason. He didn't. Think about Jason and Drew before everything happened. Yes, it was a little sibling rivalry, but they had an understanding. They respected each other. They understood where each other was coming from. But now we have this situation where it's just like, oh no, you really detest Jason. You truly do. Like, you're trying to do everything in your power to get rid of him or to keep him away from his son. Something's not right here. And it's not. That's because this is Shiloh. Also, Willow, I see your game. You decided to go to Christina thinking she would be the most logical sister, that she would be willing to talk to you and have conversations and let bygones be bygones and forget about what you did to her brother. But you also forget that one of the excuses you made for sleeping with Drew and screwing him as many times as you've screwed him is using the death of her sister as the reason why it happened. So, Christina knows this. Christina's not about to fall for this because she's looking at you like, girl, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, but okay. Michael's going to Germany. He wants to see Sasha. Jason's going to see Sasha. And now Drew makes an incoming. The kids are still not with Willow at this point in time because Tracy won't tell them where the kids are. Where are the kids? With the nanny and Yuri. And now they're at the gatehouse having a good old time, having big fun in Port Charles. But Drew is like, oh, this wouldn't be the first time that Carly has done something to get her way. And everybody's telling Drew to get the fuck up out of here, right? Because you have no dog in this fight. You have, like, nothing you do, nothing you say is going to help this situation, especially after he had Tracy arrested and is trying to have kidnapping charges brought down on Tracy. My confusion is, does the PCPD work for the congressman? Because why is the officer going with what the congressman had to say? Chase, yes, you stood up to Tracy, but you shouldn't have stood up to Tracy for Willow. Willow made her bed and now she has to lie in it. No matter how uncomfortable it is, she has to lie in it. Stop defending her, because if they end up having you cheat on Brooklyn for Willow, baby, they about to rain down hell that you've never seen before. You might have to get out of town. You might have to go to Seattle or wherever the hell Finn is at this current moment with, little baby Violet, because this ain't it. This ain't it. Stop defending her. Stop defending her. No one needs to defend Willow at this point in time, because Willow has continuously made choices that have caused her to be in this moment. Nina tried to talk some sense into her and told her to make peace. Lay down your weapons and they will lay down theirs, and y'all can have real conversations and actually make things, like, make some headway. You set yourself back when it came to going in that room and waking him up, and he was under heavy sedation before Sasha could get up in there. You did that. You also, listen, I feel like Sasha should have slapped the hell out of her when she basically told her, you're not a mother, so you wouldn't understand. And it's just like, stillborn, she had a stillborn baby. She's still a mother. Just because her child is not living, walking, talking, and breathing like yours does not negate the fact that she's a mother. Willow is just like her mama and her sister, but she hides it under the fact that I was in a cult and I was this and I was that, so woe is me. I need a hero. I can be your hero, baby. Yeah, that's her song that's playing behind her, right? But Drew is doing all this and he's like, oh, you shouldn't let them get away with this, and you just gave away our only leverage. And it's just like, you are not in this. You have no dog in this fight. He's very manipulative. And we can all figure out where this is eventually going to go. But I'm telling y'all now, that is Shiloh, that is Shiloh, that is Shiloh. Also, when, well, I was like, listen, I understand Tracy wants the kids to be close to Monica. She doesn't want the kids to be close to Monica. She's never gotten over Alan giving Monica the house. This is all her trying to get the house, and this is all her power play, and it's just like, see, that shows you how much you know. While Tracy now, at this point in time, in the relationship with Monica, uses the house as a joke. I can't believe my brother gave you the house. It's my house, Alan gave it to her. Me. It's her house, Alan gave it to her. Honestly, it's a joke at this point. But at the end of the day gotta end, and before that day ends, Tracy and Monica, the best adversaries, the best frenemies, and when the chips are down, they gonna ride or die for each other. And that's what Tracy is trying to do, because she's worried about Monica, somebody you're not worried about. You may have the history of what went on in the Quartermain family inside your head, but you don't know them. You don't understand how deep rooted everybody is intertwined with each other. So he's like, oh, we need to do this and we need to do that and this needs to happen and we're gonna have this done. And Jason eventually comes in, and Jason is like, listen, I can get you your children if you agree to drop the charges against Tracy and stay at the gatehouse. And Drew is like, you won't be able to do that. You're not going to be able to do that. This is a ploy. This is a tactic. This is this. This is that. Jason goes down to the PCPD. He talks to Tracy and he gives her the ultimatum. Now, or the deal. I hope Tracy added something to that deal that we just didn't see, like keeping Drew off the goddamn property. I hope that was added. And I also hope Monica has changed her will and cut Drew the fuck out of it after this entire situation. But after some, strong talking through Lulu and Dante and Jason, but mostly Lulu, Tracy accepts the deal. Drew is like, he's not going to make it happen. He's not going to make it happen. You shouldn't trust him. He's not going to make it happen. And Jason calls her, not even, I want to say, based on the time that it took him to get to the PCPD and get Tracy, like a good 45 minutes to an hour later, and told her the deal is done, you going home to your kids. Which she does. Where are the kids? Down at the gatehouse. Who is down there with them? Sasha and Felicia. And Felicia's sitting over here defending Willow, and Sasha had to clock her, like, don't defend her. Because at the end of the day, yes, feelings got involved, but what she did in keeping his parents away and keeping the family away, all because she's trying to leverage this into whatever Drew wanted her to do, was screwed the up. But, now Willow is back home with the kids. Drew's looking like a sad sap, because he couldn't convince Willow to do what he wanted. And now he's talking to Martin, basically saying, Willow needs somebody in her corner to get her what she deserves out of this divorce. Just because Michael's incapacitated does not mean people aren't working on his behalf. And it's just like, you aren't her husband, you're not her boyfriend, you're not really anything. Y'all haven't solidified what y'all are yet. She thinks she's in love with you, but she's really not. This is going to come to a head whenever she finds out that you and Nina were sleeping together this entire time. Y'all were falling in love. And right before y'all had sex, you had sex with Nina. Like, this is all going to come to a head eventually. On top of that, you're not paying Martin. You're not footing the bill for Martin. Nina is. And if Willow gets divorced, it's your fault. Carly said it perfectly. You talk about me manipulating somebody or trying to work this situation in my favor. What about you? You have continuously inserted yourself into my son's marriage with his wife. You have done that. Nobody's feeling Drew. He's public enemy number one. He doesn't seem to care about his own child, which means it's time for Natasha Cassadine to rise up and get her granddaughter the hell away from him, because he's not her father. This is not the real Drew. I keep telling y'all this ain't the real Drew. Carly's on a plane to Germany. Sonny's on the way to meet a cardiologist in LA to get that heart worked on. I believe it's going to be Lucas and Jocelyn that's going to take care of little baby Donna. Ava might actually get a lot of time with Avery at this point when he goes to see the cardiologist. Everybody's questioning things about Cyrus. Don't nobody want Cyrus in town. Everybody's worried about what Cyrus has done. Martin is kind of, clued into Cyrus possibly being a serial killer. Tracy is up out of the prison. And hell is about to rain down on everybody. And it's about to be hell down there to the deception, because Lulu done got hired as Brooklyn's assistant. Oh, this ain't gonna be good whatsoever. But that is the gist of what I could remember without actually going back and watching everything. But this is messy as hell. And I'm getting sick of Drew. When can we get rid of him? Not even get rid of him. When can we get rid of Shiloh and get the real Drew back? That's what I would like to see. Bring real Drew back, get rid of Shiloh. Let's do that. Because he's giving Shiloh. And Willow, girl, bye. Bye, 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 bye. I hope that it comes out that Michael put Sasha in charge of all his affairs. I hope that's what it is. I hope that it comes out that Michael put Sasha in charge of all his affairs, and that she would be handling things when it comes to ELQ stock or whatever on his behalf. I hope that's what happened. But with that being said, that was it. That was all I had to give y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and share me with your people. Hit those links in the description box down below. And, come back. Look at all the content I have going on. Also, this was Dem Soaps. This was it for the GH recap. I'll be back probably Saturday with Friday's episode, because this was for the good majority of the week. And with that being said, I'll see y'all for the next one. Bye.